Back in the early 20th century, if you looked at many of America's rivers, you'd see a pretty grim picture. Factories were booming, and unfortunately, that often meant they were using rivers as their personal dumping grounds. Industrial waste, chemicals, you name it, it all went straight into the water. As you can imagine, the quality of drinking water was a roll of the dice. Some places had it okay, others had water that was downright dangerous. The scary part, most people didn't grasp the full, long-term damage this was causing. The connection between a polluted river and public health wasn't clearly understood. But one scientist, a brilliant woman named Dr. Ruth Patrick, saw what others were missing. She decided she was going to solve this problem by just looking at water samples in a sterile lab. That approach was too disconnected, too clean. To truly understand a river, she knew she had to get her feet wet. So, that's exactly what she did. She went out, into the rivers and streams themselves, wading into the very waters everyone else was ignoring. Now, she wasn't looking for big fish or obvious signs of pollution. Instead, she was on the hunt for something much, much smaller. She collected tiny organisms, the kind of microscopic life you'd need a special lens to even see. Diatoms, algae, insects, the stuff most people would never notice, let alone care about. So, why was she so obsessed with these tiny creatures? Because she had a groundbreaking idea. These organisms could tell a story. They were like tiny, living reporters, giving a moment-by-moment update on the health of their home. Dr. Patrick made a revolutionary discovery. She found a direct link between the variety of these tiny organisms and the cleanliness of the water. It was simple but profound. The more different types of life a river supported, the healthier it was. A river teeming with diverse species was a clean river. A river with only a few hardy pollution-tolerant species was a sick one. She called this the Patrick Principle. It was a game. For the first time, there was a scientific, measurable way to diagnose the health of an entire aquatic ecosystem. Before Dr. Patrick, when people talked about pollution, they usually meant the obvious stuff: trash floating on the surface or pipes dumping out discolored liquid. Her work completely changed that conversation. She provided lawmakers and environmental agencies with cold, hard data. It wasn't just about opinion anymore. It was about scientific proof. Her research showed that pollution wasn't just ugly, it was a silent killer. It was wiping out entire ecosystems from the bottom up and creating a serious, long-term threat to public health. This wasn't just about saving fish, it was about saving people. Armed with this undeniable evidence, a wave of change began to sweep across the country. Dr. Patrick's findings were instrumental in shaping some of America's most important environmental laws, including the Clean Water Act. Her work gave regulators the scientific backing they needed to set new, stricter standards for water safety. Industries could no longer just dump their waste and claim there was no harm. The data proved otherwise. As a result, industrial practices started to change. Wastewater treatment improved, and the health of our rivers slowly began to recover. Millions of people gained access to safer, cleaner drinking water, all thanks to her pioneering research. What's truly remarkable about Dr. Ruth Patrick is her quiet dedication. She wasn't looking for fame or headlines. She was driven by a pure, scientific curiosity and a deep desire to find the truth. She worked tirelessly, continuing her research well into her 90s, always focused on the data. She chased facts, not accolades. Her legacy flows in the cleaner rivers we have today, in the healthier ecosystems that have returned, and in the tap water we can drink without fear. It just goes to show you, heroes come in all forms. Sometimes they don't perform dramatic, last-minute rescues. Sometimes, the greatest heroes are the ones who work behind the scenes, preventing disasters before anyone even knows they are in danger. Dr. Ruth Patrick was one of those heroes, and we all owe her a debt of gratitude. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as inspiring as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about the hidden figures who shaped our world. See you next time.